What is up, YouTube? Carlo here. Welcome to the vlog. This is the channel where we talk about sneakers and tech. And for this episode, I am reviewing what could be the best Vapormax ever made. This is the Vapormax Premier Flyknit. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure that you do so because we are giving away a brand new Adidas Pure Boost the moment to hit 40,000 subscribers. Subscribe now and follow me on Instagram. I absolutely hated the original Vapormax because it was so uncomfortable, especially for people like me who have wide and flat feet. The air bubbles in the bottom would just stick upwards and hit the bottom of my feet, and it would be so uncomfortable after wearing them for several hours. This, for me, is the best Vapormax ever made because not only did they address all of the pain points that I had with the original Vapormax, making this so wearable, as in so enjoyable to wear, they also gave it a really kick-ass luxe makeover that made it so much more premium and so much more classy. Before we get to the actual review, a quick history lesson. This upper is actually inspired by the Air Zoom GP. Air Zoom GP, or Gary Payton, was the sneaker that Gary Payton from the Seattle Sonics wore back then. Of course, to those who don't know Gary Payton, he used to kill it with Sean Kemp back in the day. He's one of the best point guards ever. And the design of the upper was actually inspired by his sneaker. How was it inspired by the Air Zoom GP? You see these circular things along the strap, as well as those circular patterns along the Flyknit of the upper. Those were actually throwback to the designs and inspired by designs of the Air Zoom GP. Now, why is that the inspiration for this sneaker? I absolutely have no idea. I don't know what's the historical significance, but that's what we see with the upper of the sneaker. Those are the only things similar though, because apart from that, everything else is new. Everything else is Vapormax Premier Flyknit. And that leads me to the first point of the review. They remade a lot of the features of the Vapormax to make it more premium in terms of design and style. You have the upper, which is your typical, Flyknit material, the best knit material that Nike has to offer. And apart from that, you see the swoosh over here, that Nike swoosh. Not only is it embroidered, but it's also made from reflected 3M material. So it actually looks pretty sick when you're walking and light hits on it. And when you look down, it kind of shines a bit and glows a bit, which just gives it a much better feel and vibe when you are walking in them and when you're looking down on your sneakers. Now, moving to the side, you have leather paneling here at the left side of the sneaker, which stretches all the way around until you hit the heel guard of the sneaker. You have the Air logo in a very kind of cool way that they kind of etched it or stitched it to the back of the sneaker. And if you take a look at the tongue section, that's where the leather really goes insane, because you have that very big, exaggerated, overemphasized tongue that you see here with the Nike swoosh logo here in the middle. You actually fold this way when you're wearing it, and you have this magnetic strap enclosure, which is again kind of similar and a throwback to the Air Zoom GP, as well as, of course, one of our favorite sneakers right now, the Air Force 270. It kind of has the similar magnetic clasp mechanism. Now, one key addition that they made, which really improved the quality of the sneaker for me, is that they added some sort of foam material here in the middle. You see that foam, that white and black, that two-tone contrast material here, just in between your foot, the insole, and the air bubbles. That, I think, is the magic which really helped a lot with the comfort. I actually talked about this when I reviewed the Skechers Sketch Air. It's supposedly like a rip-off of the Vapormax that was done by Skechers, but that pair was actually ridiculously comfortable compared to the original Vapormax, which is kind of blasphemous if you think about it, especially to people who are watching who are Nike heads and Vapormax heads. But it was really far more comfortable because they were able to address the issue of the air bubbles just sticking up. They added a very comfortable insole, and then apart from that, they also put foam in between the two. That is something that you guys also see here as well. The foam, that white material over here, that black, as well as the insole, all work together with the air bubbles here at the bottom from, the typical Vapormax build, to be able to deliver unparalleled comfort for a Vapormax silhouette. This is far more comfortable than any Vapormax that I've ever worn before. This kicks the ass of the Skechers Sketch Air Atlas. This is the best implementation I've ever worn, I've ever seen, I've ever tried of the Nike Vapormax. And again, guys, this is coming from somebody who absolutely hated, as in hated, all caps so that it's intense, the original Nike Air Vapormax. It was so uncomfortable. It was something that I was really excited to get rid of. So I actually sold it to a good friend of mine, Jamie, who turned out to like it much more than I did. And I sold it at a loss. So I bought it at a high price, sold it at like half the price that I got it, just so that I could get rid of it already. And that all changed with this pair. I love the comfort, the style, the build of the Vapormax Premier Flyknit. Prior to this, the only Vapormax that I actually liked was the Vapormax 95. I did the review of that, just in case you guys haven't seen that yet. Link down below, make sure you watch it. That shoe is just so packed with so much history and significance. By the way, I'm not sure if this is true, but I read it. This is a bit of trivia. You know these air bubbles that you guys see here for the Vapormax and even the Air Max series? Apparently, these things aren't made in China. They're made from Nike headquarters over at Oregon. So this is imported air. This is US air packed inside those bubbles. Mainly because I think the air is like the proprietary technology of Nike and they don't want anybody else making it. So I guess they kind of build it in the States and then they assemble it and build it in China. I don't know what the process is, but I guess it was just nice to point out. Speaking of this midsole, to those who are not familiar with the Vapormax or Air Max or the Air Max 270, this doesn't pop, guys. Why? Because one, you have it's made to last, it's built to last. Number two, if you take a look at the bottom, you have rubber reinforcements along the heel as well as the forefoot and the midfoot so that it doesn't come in contact directly with like sharp objects. Now, so yeah, don't think that just because it's made from air that it will pop and it will blow up and your money will go to waste. So yes, this is the most comfortable and probably the most stylish. Again, style can be subjective and personal. For me, I like the style, but it's definitely the most premium in terms of materials Air Vapormax that you guys will ever see so far. Now, there are cons. There are things that I absolutely don't like about this, and I would be doing this review injustice, especially you guys, my viewers, if I don't talk about them. There are two things that I hate about this pair. Number one, they weren't able to solve that squeaky, annoying sound that happens when the air bubbles hit a certain type of pavement, usually marble. So this squeaks like heck. If you are wearing this to the office, to like a quiet office, and it's not carpeted, it's made from marble, people will look at you because it will squeak like crazy. So that, I think, is one of the main issues of the Vapormax line, and they weren't able to address it with the Vapormax Air Premier Flyknit. Hopefully, in succeeding models, they're able to solve that problem. Because while I understand that the Vapormax was made as a performance sneaker, the moment you start going like Premier Flyknit, like this one, you know, with leather accents and, you know, 3M reflective material and a very stylish look, obviously it's crossing over to lifestyle. So they need to be able to solve that annoying squeaky sound so that people can wear it more wherever and whenever they want. The second problem that I have about this is really more towards all Vapormaxes, this one included. Don't even attempt to drive in this. I mean, seriously, guys, you see the ledges around the edge of the midsole that they did here? There's a tendency for it to really snag on the pedal of your car. So again, if you're going to wear a Vapormax, don't use this to drive. Because you really want to minimize the risk that you have when you're driving of unintended acceleration and stuff like that. So yeah, this is not the best pair of sneakers to drive your car with. And lastly, I'll throw in one more thing that I don't like about it, the price. This one in here in the Philippines sells for over 10,000 pesos. 10,600 pesos here in the Philippines, which is not you know, a small amount of cash. So it is pricey, it is a bit expensive. But yeah, it does have Premier tagged to the name, so that's probably the reason why it's priced as such. In terms of sizing, go true to size. I actually went with a size 12. In size 12, there's still a bit of room here at the toe box, which is great. I didn't have to go for a bigger size or a half size up. Now, if you don't like this colorway, there are actually two more colorways that are scheduled for release. I personally prefer this one the most because I love the two-tone high contrast of the white on the black and how just kick-ass the sneaker looks all around. So, but yeah, if you don't like it, you might want to watch out for the other colorways that are dropping fairly soon. Now, I picked up this pair from Soul Academy over at BGC, and the reason why I picked it up there is because they currently have a loyalty program wherein if you buy, I think, like 12 sneakers over a certain period of time, the 13th sneaker you get for free. So it's kind of like a cashback in a way. It's like a forced savings kind of cashback. And it just gets set aside until you hit your 13th sneaker or your 12th sneaker, and then whatever sneaker that you want. I think they have like certain conditions. I suggest that you guys ask the Soul Academy guys about the program, the loyalty program, and see if you can be part of it, especially if you buy a lot of sneakers. You might as well get that free 13th sneaker, guys. You're buying sneakers anyway, might as well get the free one in the process. So yeah, that's it for my review of the Nike Air Vapormax Premier Flyknit. Again, let me just emphasize, this for me is the best Air Vapormax ever made. That again is coming from a guy who absolutely hated the original Vapormax sneaker. I am thrilled to be able to see sneakers like this one. I am so happy that all the comfort issues that I had with the original Vapormax were addressed with this sneaker. And lastly, I just love the style and the overall vibe and look of this pair. That's it for this vlog. Now, before I end, I just wanted to get your opinion, especially to the OG viewers of this channel. As you guys know, you're probably seeing a lot of the zipper type pants that I've been wearing with the reviews. I actually get it from Above the Ankle on Instagram. Now, I have been working with him to come up with our own pair of like sneaker pants that we can probably sell here on this channel. I wanted to hear from you guys if that's something that you guys would be interested in. So it will be some sort of collab between Above the Ankle and myself. And I won't take any profit from it. The commission that he's offering, I wanted to like pick some sort of charity or institution to give it to. Most likely in the field of education for teens and kids. So let me know what you guys think. Is that something that you would want to support? Is that something that you guys would want to buy? Those are basically the pants that I wear that kind of taper off near the ankle and to the pants so that you get to show off your sneakers more. So let me know if that's something that you guys would support, because if it is, then I'll probably move forward with talks with Above the Ankle with it. So again, hit the comments, let me know. And that's it for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you follow me on IG. Make sure that you stay tuned tomorrow for the next vlog that we have on this channel. That's it for now. Peace. Hope you're having a great week. God bless.